With the design finalized, construction begins at the most critical point, the foundation. A steel floor frame is welded section by section, forming the primary load-bearing structure of the floating system. Each beam is carefully measured, aligned, and welded to ensure rigidity, straightness, and even load distribution. This frame will carry the full weight of the container, interior finishes, and everyday life on the water. At this stage, precision is everything, because once the structure is afloat, even the smallest error can affect long-term stability.
The barrels are then fixed to the bottom of this steel frame, acting as the main buoyancy generating element. They are evenly distributed throughout the frame to ensure load-bearing capacity, balance, and stability on the water's surface. The principle is simple. The more water displaced, the greater the buoyancy.
Because this floating system will remain submerged for most of its service life, protecting the steel from corrosion is absolutely critical. The entire frame is cleaned and coated with a marine-grade anti-corrosion paint, creating a barrier that prevents water, moisture, and oxygen from reaching the steel surface. This protective layer not only extends the lifespan of the structure, but also ensures long-term safety and stability for the houseboat in operation. On the water, many things can be fixed later, but everything below the surface must be done right the first time. Once the floating structure is complete and fully protected, the construction moves to the stage of erecting the upper frame. The floor panels begin to be installed onto the load-bearing frame below. These floor panels create a stable working surface for the subsequent stages, while also helping to distribute the load evenly across the steel and wooden frame. Installing the floor early not only helps the structure take shape quickly, but also facilitates the erection of walls, installation of technical systems, and control of the flatness and rigidity of the entire upper structure.
At this stage, the original steel frame of the container is reused as the primary load-bearing structure of the build. Instead of removing the existing structure, they take advantage of the container's inherent strength and rigidity. Wood framing is fastened directly to the steel frame, helping distribute loads evenly to the walls and roof above. This approach improves overall structural stability while providing flexibility for layout planning, utilities, and interior finishes. After the wood framing for the walls and roof is fully installed, the next step is reinforcing the roof structure with steel. Additional steel members are welded into the roof frame to increase overall rigidity and long-term load capacity. By combining wood framing with steel reinforcement, the roof remains lightweight while gaining the strength needed to withstand wind, movement, and harsh conditions on the water. Once the main structure is complete, the next step is protecting the entire build from water and moisture.
A waterproof membrane is applied over the exterior surfaces, creating a continuous barrier against rain, humidity, and wind intrusion. This layer is especially critical for a structure that will live on the water, where moisture is a constant challenge. Doing this step correctly protects the structure, extends the lifespan of the build, and keeps the interior dry and stable over time. With the waterproof membrane fully installed, the build moves on to installing the door system. Each door is carefully positioned, leveled, sealed, and secured directly to the structural frame. These doors serve more than just an aesthetic purpose. They are a critical barrier against wind, water, and movement once the houseboat is in operation.
What do you think of this project? Please leave a comment to let us know.
With the door system fully installed, the build moves into another major milestone: roofing. Roof panels are installed from the bottom up, forming the final protective layer over the entire structure. The roof does more than shield the interior from weather. It plays a key role in overall rigidity and protects the structure during movement and wind exposure. Once the roof is complete, the houseboat is officially sealed, ready for the next phase of interior construction. With the main exterior shell complete, wood cladding panels are installed across the outer walls. These wood panels add an extra layer of reinforcement, while also bringing warmth and a high-end aesthetic to the houseboat. The contrast between metal and wood creates a modern appearance, balancing structural durability with visual appeal. To finish the exterior wood cladding, a clear protective coat is applied to the surface. This finish enhances the natural wood grain, adding depth and a premium look to the overall design. At the same time, the clear coat acts as a protective layer, helping the wood withstand sun exposure, rain, moisture, and harsh outdoor conditions while the houseboat is in use. On top of the reinforced steel beam system installed earlier, wood deck boards are fastened to create a finished rooftop surface. This deck not only completes the roof structure, but also transforms the roof into a fully usable space. The top of the houseboat becomes an outdoor deck, a place to catch the breeze, relax, and enjoy panoramic views while floating on the water. It's a relatively small addition, but one that adds a huge amount of livability and experience to the build. Black steel panels are installed across the exterior, forming a durable protective shell against weather and water exposure. Beyond strength and longevity, this material gives the houseboat a clean, modern, and bold appearance that matches the overall design language of the project. At this point, the build is not only structurally ready, but visually complete, fully reflecting the identity of the MLG Lux House Boat.
With the exterior fully sealed and protected, construction shifts entirely to the interior. Electrical work begins with running wires, positioning outlets, switches, and preparing the system for lighting and everyday appliances. On a houseboat, electricity is more than convenience. It's a critical safety system, which is why every wire is carefully planned, routed, and organized. This stage lays the foundation for comfort, functionality, and reliable operation while living on the water.
Earlier, the walls and ceilings were fully sealed with insulation, ensuring thermal performance and moisture control throughout the interior. Now, the build moves into installing drywall panels across the walls and ceiling. Using pre-cut drywall panels significantly speeds up the process while creating smooth, clean surfaces ready for painting and interior finishes. At this stage, interior finishing is temporarily put on hold. Reducing overall weight becomes the priority as the build prepares for launch. The completed house structure is moved outside and mounted directly onto the floating system that was built and tested earlier. This is a critical transition point where the project stops being a land-based structure and officially becomes a true houseboat. From this moment on, every structural decision, load calculation, and balance adjustment will be tested directly on the water. After the houseboat is successfully launched and fully stabilized, interior finishing resumes. Flooring, lighting, bathroom fixtures, and the kitchen are completed step by step, transforming the interior into a fully functional living space. At this point, the project is no longer just an engineering challenge. It becomes a real home, filled with light, comfort, and uninterrupted views of the water.
After months of planning, countless hours of work, and challenges along the way, the project is finally complete. What began as raw steel, wood, and shipping containers has transformed into a floating home. Not just a place to live, but a place to slow down, to enjoy, and to create lasting memories. This is more than a houseboat. It's the result of persistence, creativity, and the belief that building your own dream is always worth the effort. And from here, a new chapter begins. On the water, surrounded by nature, inside a space built by hand and by heart. If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating and sharing projects like this. And now, thank you for watching.